Hey guys, what is up? Boxic here today, and I'm not gonna make any more excuses for late videos or anything like that. It just happens. I have a life. I can't excuse it. I'm just gonna continue making videos the best quality I can, and hopefully you all enjoy. Forgive the sound quality, the mic's a little off. And I'm not gonna lie with you guys, I played this game once and fully through. I finished it, I recorded it, and I had my initial reaction recorded, but I'm gonna sound kind of fake during this because I had to restart it because it didn't capture any of the voice acting, and that made me kind of sad because it was such good voice acting, it was such good everything, and this deserves to be captured as a whole and not a small part. So instead of me continuing talking for the rest of this minute, I'm just gonna get right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy. Please remember to like and subscribe, and let's get right into the game.
I've been so alone ever since I left the tribe. That's just how it goes, cause I like the lonely vibe.
I stopped the video really quick because weirdly enough, yeah, the game crashed. So let's go right in here. The door closes. Okay, now we're gonna click on this journal. Let's start. It's a quite empty room.
Hi, Kelsey. Yes, I'm talking to you. I know you've been reading my journal. Can I ever forgive you for what you did? Honestly, I don't know. I'm trying really hard, but I don't know how. Because I don't understand any of it. You are my friend, and I loved you unconditionally. I did what I did because of you, and I stood up to him because of you. But you, I don't know. Right now, I can't be near you, so I don't want you to come find me. I promise I'll be all right. Marie.
Except she wouldn't be. She would not be all right.
Okay, so basically the objective of this game is that's an update, and I'm Kelsey, her best friend, or not really best friend, but a friend. We grew up together, and I'm supposed to search this room for clues as to like what had happened back then to where our friendship is bad. So what I'm gonna do, and I learned this is the best way to take it, I'll start here, go all around, and end up here in this location, which is probably the most important. And I know it's kind of ruining the game of like discovery and stuff, and I'm like, I'm sorry for that, but I did play this game once, so I'm just gonna try to get through it as fast as possible and have a genuine
I've been so alone ever since I left the tribe. That's just how it goes, cause I like the lonely vibe.
Sparkly shoes, I probably did. Yeah, I was losing my glamour status at school right there.
I love a bike so much right now because I can't drive either legally.
The Green Eatery.
Don't drive illegally, by the way.
Green
No,
as in with
I don't do it.
fungus. Yes, I am never eating Ayurvedic lasagna ever again. But some people must have liked Mr. Jones's cooking because he was out every night cooking his green stuff. Food rescue. Yeah, it was a good place to be until Marie showed up. I know she didn't mean anything by it, but the pity in her eyes. Worse than being hungry.
She had like a love-hate thing with Marie from what I noticed from this whole thing.
Mr. Torres gave me my own set of keys, so I'd feel at home. I loved him for it, but every time I used those keys, I felt a pang of guilt.
Yeah, it's kind of a unique relationship. I like this story the most. Jorge, she says it in the most white way. Jorge's tamales. And yeah, you're about to hear it.
Every Tuesday, the food trucks would roll in. Me and Marie never missed Jorge's tamales. When I was a kid, Jorge would put some aside, just in case my mom was too drunk to feed me again.
Alright, now we're gonna continue. There was one more thing. No? Okay, I guess we're done. Let's start with shoes.
He had money. You see? He bought me things. I was gonna wear these to the prom. Fancy, right?
Cinderella.
At the time, I didn't know where the money came from.
Alright, let's look at the jacket.
She asked me why I was so angry all the time, and I told her because it's a dirty deal. It's Russian roulette and utterly unfair. The cards I'd been dealt, any player would have passed. I chose to be angry instead. But Marie, my friend Marie, she got me a new deck and suggested I deal again.
Oh, sorry, quick yawn there. They had. It sounds like a unique friendship, and that's kind of cute, honestly. Go, you dare. It's your jacket.
She asked me why I was so angry.
I already read this. All right, let's look at the bunny shirt. Bunny.
There's no such thing as food waste. And don't I know it? The smell of garbage will be in my nose forever, and the taste of it in my mouth. I swore I would never be that hungry again. I didn't care what it took.
All right. Apparently she was like her mom really abandoned her, or like she was a bad mom and she would never be there, so she would always be looking for food with others. All right, now let's look at the pizza boxes.
Marie insisted on saving these. She was going to make a new world with them, whatever that was supposed to be. I've never actually seen her build anything.
Well, yeah, you can build a little cockroach house right there. A new world for the cockroaches. Alright, let's look at here.
She hated my cigarettes. Every time I felt like going out and buying a pack, she made me put the money in that money jar. One day, that money would pay for our gas to drive to college. We only needed money for the one way. I ended up using it to get to Vancouver.
Oh, that's a nice little story.
Mr. Torres and Marie were robbed in their own house, not long after we met at Food Rescue. He was stabbed, almost died. She was knocked out with a baseball bat. She was in the hospital for a while, stitches, concussion. She still had headaches, she said.
Okay, so apparently she got jumped, and it's kind of a sad thing, like,
Have you seen this man? Yeah, I've seen him.
Oh, that was kind of creepy. Alright, let's look at the Rubik's Cube.
Hated that thing.
Whiteboard.
Chemistry holds no surprises. Love that.
Guys, if you hear that little writing thing in the journal updated, let me just spoil it a bit for you. It's updating this journal, and we're gonna have to go to that journal right now because it contains something very important later on in the game.
That's Marie's birthday. That's weird. I guess she wrote it down for that Ben guy, for her pizza and movie party. Alright, I might have been a little jealous.
Ben. What a hunk, huh?
Yes. The science project. Of all people, they chose to pair me with the girl from Food Rescue. Outrageous. But I got over it, and chose to work my ass off. I had to if I wanted to get that scholarship.
Now we're gonna look at this poster. I like clicking on this the first time because it threw me off, and it's so cool.
She wouldn't stop about time travel and black holes and stuff. I just wanted to do something simple. Calculate shit. Boring is what she said. Her, the weird kid, talked boring. So yeah, we settled on antimatter, because who wants to be boring?
Alright, now the oranges and beer.
Trevor was never far off, though. When Marie and I rode our bikes through dark nights just to get a taste of those perfect oranges, I knew he was lurking in the shadows. I never told her, but I think that's how he found us. He followed us back to the room.
Alright, that's kind of a bit creepy. Now let's look at this picture.
Mr. Torres. Thick as thieves, those two. Ever since Lorraine died, they only had each other. Marie was suffering when he was in intensive care. That was a nasty knife wound.
That sucks. They got jumped. Seems like nice people. And they have a stalker on them, apparently. Named I forgot the name.
Trevor.
Trevor.
What an asshole. After we broke up, he got violent sometimes. One day, he dragged me through the school hall by my shirt until one of Marie's geek friends stopped him. Ben, I think it was. He got a lot of shit for it later. She was my friend, and I had to tell her. So I came back here, throwing stones at the window. But she didn't react, so I threw a bigger stone, and it shattered the glass. She kept the stone as a souvenir to remind her not to trust me ever again.
Oh, did I ever click on that stone? Let me click again.
I didn't like that she kept the stone. Why did she have to be reminded? I told her I was sorry, but she said it was for me, to remind me.
I like how she wrote, "I'm sorry." Aw, she threw the stone and broke the window. That's kind of sad. Let's turn on the lamp. Ooh, let's go to a notebook.
La La Land. That movie was a shit piece of crap. Glad Trevor snuck us in. I don't think I could have handled wasting $20 on that. Never thought I'd see Marie there. Then again, she always was a dreamer. I bet she loved it. She never realized I didn't want to be her friend in public.
Honestly, I've heard good, bad things from La La Land. I've never really seen it, but from her review, no. And this QR code, I found this interesting. I had to do a bit of digging online, but from what I found, this QR code right here, if you scan it, it's a nice little thing to say thank you for playing the game.
Lorraine, Marie's mom, died when she was 5. My mother, she might as well have been dead. She looked more dead than alive, anyhow. Passed out on the couch, empty bottles of gin on the floor.
Alright, now let's look at the laptop.
She must have written it down here somewhere.
Alright, we're gonna have to look for that in a bit, but let's keep going through the room. And this record player doesn't work. I've tried. It's sad, but here. World map.
Marie always dreamed about going to Europe. I don't think she ever went.
I have music turned off, that's why it's not working. I have music turned on mostly for the reason of I don't want to get copyrighted and I want everyone to enjoy this video.
Sometimes it got so hot. This thing wasn't doing it anymore. Then we'd take off to Mr. Jones's swimming pool.
And skinny dip.
That night, I guess he must have seen us.
That's kind of really creepy.
I wore those a lot. Not to protect my eyes, but to hide them.
Honestly,
I didn't want anyone to know.
Honestly, I know there's many reasons for wearing sunglasses, but I always found people who wore them at like the most unnecessary times to be like, really, dude? Really, you do that? Come on.
Mr. Torres loved that beer. After the robbery, he only had a couple left. Apparently they were hard to come by. Still, we decided to try a bottle once. Marie loved that label. She drew it in her journal. I remember that. All that happened later that night, I'm not sure. Maybe I don't want to remember.
Let's put the beer bottle down, and we'll search that right now. For now. Oh, magic. Magical journal. Alright, let's go look at the doormat.
I'm not a shadow person. Yeah, it took me all I had to convince her she wasn't.
Sorry guys, it's I know that was kind of fast. Like, I knew the location and stuff. It's just I really wish you would have got my original reaction, but I wanted to capture everything, even the sound, and my reaction is worth a little less. So let's just play through the motion for now. Yeah. It feels kind of weird logging into a computer.
One
Kitty
day,
cats.
I just had to know, what's up with all the cats? She said she admired them, that they were who they were without any pretense, that they had no fear of confrontation. She wanted to be more like them.
Honestly, I didn't know this is the first time, but this swag kitty right here, oh my god, swag kitty.
When Bumblebee went missing, Marie cried for days. She thought I couldn't hear her at night. I could never prove it, but I'm sure it was Trevor. Marie, what were you thinking? You know that's illegal.
Honestly, when I got here, I was like, whoa, a gun. No kill. I pretty much knew it was going to turn bad. Alright guys, we're hitting about the 16-minute mark, and I feel this drags on even longer. You're going to be dead. You're going to want to kill me. Okay, that's not probably the best words to choose after kitty gif. Let's go with that. Dun, 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 kitty gif. Alright, I know that's not probably the best words to choose after what I showed you, but yeah, well, I'll see you guys in the part 2, and hopefully you enjoyed part 1. I'll put part 2 as soon as possible, probably like a day or hour later, whatever comes first. Wait, no. Well, anyways, you get what I mean. I'll put it as soon as possible. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya.